Some of the other programs I've experienced in the past have been very more or less in a hospital setting, of course, but my idea of going to some of those programs was I was skeptical because of the time spent away from home, and nobody wants to be away from any of their loved ones. There's a pride involved knowing you're doing well, and I think that is just one of the best parts about it, is the pride you feel after accomplishing each day, coming in the next day and saying, I didn't do it, and you know what, I was free last night. I live a stone's throw away from a liquor store, yet I drove by it without even looking at it, without even thinking about stopping there. It makes me feel good to know that I can take something terrible and put it away forever, and program made me feel like that's possible, and it is possible, and it's been working, and I would recommend it to anybody.
He had control over his own success, thank you, over his own success, and I was included. I was a part of it, so I was able to understand. It gave me more of an understanding of what he was going through. Instead of being excluded completely and left in the dark and not understanding, I was actually brought in, and I have a better understanding of what he's been through, what he's going through, and I can help him, and it helps me. Anxiety attacks, I'm anxious, getting upset with him. Now I don't, because now I understand why. Working with Dr. Gordon and other people around me and asking questions, I've learned how to deal with him.
So this has been a triumph for both of you.
Both of us.
Without my support at home, I don't think it would have been possible.
All these years, I was always saying to him, why can't you stop? I'm not an alcoholic. I don't know what it's like to be addicted to something. But going through this, I have learned, and all those years just saying to him, why can't you stop? Was wrong, because they can't just stop. I understand that now. It is a sickness.
We use very smart remote monitoring technology to make sure that the folk in treatment is sober while at home, using facial recognition, pictures, and remote technology with this device called SoberLink. This SoberLink takes your picture, you blow into it's programmed to identify you and to remind you when you should test, and to inform both you and the treatment providers at the clinic if you are testing when you should and if the results are positive or negative. At the same time, we also monitor your blood pressure and your pulse in a similar remote way. We have two different kinds of blood pressure monitors. We have a wrist monitor, and we also have an arm cuff, depending on the comfort and which one seems to be best in a situation. You get your results either on your smartphone or on an iPad or your computer, and it provides the blood pressure, systolic and diastolic, and the pulse rate, as well as whether the person has been drinking at all, positive or negative.